Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. Today I wanted to give you a reading on any messages, any information from your higher self that you need to know right now. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you stumble upon this reading, that's when you're meant to watch it. So I'm going to start with picking 3 cards from this beautiful oracle deck, which is a crystal grid deck. Let's start with picking 3 crystals for 3 piles. Okay, so we've got 2 crystals for the first pile. I'm going to take them. There's actually 3. Okay, I feel like there could be a message, so I'll just take these. We have blue topaz, and this is what it looks like. Then we have ametrine, a combination of amethyst and citrine. And then we have red jasper. So if you are drawn to any one of these crystals, pile 1 will be your pile. Then for group number 2, we have the beautiful sulfur. I thought it looked very much like gold at first. And then finally we have, oh, my favorite, rainbow obsidian. And this is what your crystal looks like. Take your time to select whichever crystal is calling out to you, and that will be your pile. The timestamps, as always, are listed in the description, and you can directly just skip ahead to that part, or you can wait with me and do a small prayer ritual that I always do before all of my readings. So I'm gonna start with that. Today, I would like to start the prayer with welcoming each and every one of you, each member of my soul family. I open my heart and welcome you in this space. You are safe, you are held, you are protected, and you are loved. I welcome you, divine souls. It's been quite some time since I did readings, and it feels so good to finally do readings for you. I was going through an ego death, and I don't like doing readings when I'm in that zone emotionally, because I feel like my energy fluctuates a lot and I'm not able to give you my best, and I'm not sure if the readings are as accurate, so I just take a break instead of pushing myself. But I did see a lot of your comments on my previous reading supporting me, and I couldn't reply to all of you, but I wanted to say that you are in my prayers, you are in my heart, and thank you so much for waiting for me patiently. And I am always grateful and honored to channel for you, to read for you, and to share this space with you. Thank you so much for giving me the time to heal. This is what I love about doing reading so much, is that I have a soul family that is so understanding, and that's not like I wouldn't have that much time if I was in, let's say, a 9 to 5 job. I would not be granted that time for myself. So I'm really grateful that you are so understanding, and I'm so glad that I feel so safe in this space with you guys, because as much as I create a safe space for you, I feel like you also do the same with your love, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Which is why I wanted to start off this prayer by honoring you first. Thank you so much for all of your love, kindness, support, and compassion. Thank you so much for being a part of my soul family. Now, let's inhale and exhale. Let's not force our breath. Let's just feel our body, the air. Allow the beautiful energy of this reading to reach you, to reach your heart. I cleanse my energy. I cleanse my energy. And I cleanse the energy of whoever is watching this reading, whoever is watching this prayer. I gently cleanse their energy. I call upon the divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, higher selves of my soul family, of my group number 1, 2, and 3 watching this reading today. My intention for this reading is to provide them any information, messages that you would like to communicate. Dear higher selves of my soul family, allow me to channel and give them any messages that they require at this time. Please stay with me as I move through this prayer, as I channel and read for my group number 1, 2, and 3. And as I close this prayer, I would like to thank you, my dear soul family, again. Thank you so much for supporting me, for all of your sweet comments, for those of you that have booked your personal readings with me, for those of you that have donated to this channel, for those of you that send me your love in your own way and support me in your own way. Thank you so much. My dear loves, thank you for being. Thank you for existing. You are loved here. I now close this prayer in gratitude of your soul, and I will see you at your pile, and let's see what your higher self has to say to you. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose group number 2, you chose one of these 3 crystals or all of these crystals. You got blue topaz, ametrine, and red jasper. Now, there's a strong energy of Aries, Mars, Scorpio, Pluto. Not so much Pluto, but there is a lot of Martian energy going on in this group. So I feel like there is a lot of masculine energy here, or women that are really independent, or people that are really independent, like to stand on their own 2 feet. You could have Aries placements, you don't have to have, but I'm sensing this energy of an Aries sun. You don't have to have this exact placement, but I do feel that you carry that energy within yourself. And I feel like your higher self, the first thing your higher self is saying is that you are questioning yourself, you are doubting yourself, and they're saying that you don't need to. You don't need to doubt yourself, because if you are an Aries have a very strong sense of identity. Okay, I feel like they are someone who, again, it's the first zodiac sign, so they're all about themselves. And I feel like that's a good thing, because who else are you going to live for? You know, you came here as you came here to experience life as you did not come here to live by somebody else's rules, somebody else's ways of living. And I feel like this group might be going through some form of an external pressure, either from family or just from your environment, from your friends. I'm hearing peer pressure for some of you guys, where they're forcing you to take a path that is conventional, you know, that is normal, I want to say. But you are not here, I feel like you're a trailblazer. Like, you're not here to follow in somebody's footsteps. You're not a follower, group number 1. Again, you're group number 1, which makes sense because it's literally the first group that we are reading for. So I feel like you are meant to have a strong sense of identity, a strong sense of purpose, a strong sense of self. And I feel in your energy, I feel that you are questioning yourself, and your higher self is saying you don't need to doubt yourself as much as you do. You know, you don't need to second guess yourself. You don't need to think too much about your decisions, because you are on the right track and you are meant to follow your own lead. You're not here to follow someone else. You're here to follow your own lead. So let's say let's say that your parents are, just giving an example, that your parents are forcing you to marry someone you don't love, or they are forcing you to go abroad or study more, or they are pressuring you in terms of education, like, oh, you need to pass this examination, you need to be really intelligent, like those Asian parents. For some reason I'm getting this Asian parents vibe, where they are really, really strict and hard on their kids, and they're like, oh, my child is number 1, my child is going to be a doctor, my child is going to be an engineer. And that's not what you're here for. Like, you're not here to live by their expectations. Again, all due respect to your parents, all due respect to whoever is around you, but you are not here to live your life according to their rules, okay? And that is what your higher self is first and foremost saying, that you are not here, group number 1, to live according to what society expects of you. You are a trailblazer. You came here to live as yourself, and there is something that you're going to do that is needed, and you are here to follow your own soul. You are not here to follow someone else. You are not here to listen to other people, I want to say. Yeah. With the ametrine and blue topaz, I also feel like there is a certain softness to this group, because the blue topaz is almost giving me a Piscean energy. So you could have a lot of intense fire placements, or you could have a Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Aries, which magnifies the energy, right? And then you could have like the blue topaz sort of energy, where it's like water. So you could have like moon in Pisces, or sun in Aries, moon in Pisces, something like that. yeah, I feel like you guys could be extroverted. You guys don't have an issue talking to strangers or talking to people. There is a certain level of confidence and like this go-getter energy that I feel in your soul. And I feel like you're not afraid to take chances, take risks, and your higher self is saying that you're here to do that. You're here to do that. You're here to live your life according to yourself. So I feel like there's someone who's making you doubt yourself, group number 1. And they're like, oh, are you sure, group number 1? Are you sure you want to do that? And before they said something, you were not doubting it. You were sure of it. You were like, yes, this is something I want to do. And then after they planted that seed of doubt in your mind, you are questioning yourself. So your higher self is saying like, you also need to have a certain level of mental resilience, because there will be a lot of people that want to make you doubt yourself, and you shouldn't, because again, you're not here to live life according to them. Listening to other people's advice and everything is great. I see that you give them that space, but some people don't deserve that space in your life. They are not coming at you with good intentions, is what your higher self is saying. So they're saying develop a mental resilience. You are not here to follow. You are here to lead your own life according to your own terms. You're here to live as yourself. And that is one of your purposes. That is one of your soul missions, group number 1. So we've got a lot of cards. I'm not sure if these are going to fit. Messenger of air. Your higher self definitely wants to communicate directly. Look at the colors, the blue topaz and the messenger of air. They're pretty much the same. Like, it's even the same shade. It's not even that the blue is different. It's the same shade. I feel like your higher self is always with you. Do you feel unsupported? Do you feel like you're alone? That if you have that sun energy, it can get lonely, but your higher self is always with you. Your higher self is always trying to give you messages. Your higher self is always trying to support you. You need only listen. Like, you don't need to listen to this reading, okay? Because your higher self is trying to communicate with you. So take this reading as an opportunity of you understanding and knowing that you can connect directly. You don't need like you don't need to go to a third person and then like get messages for yourself. Like, people don't need tarot readers. Like, we function as, so at least for me, I see myself as a sort of a bridge. I'm not here to make you doubt yourself or say that, oh, you can't do this, you can't have psychic abilities, only I have those and you have to come to me for readings. Like, I would never say that. Whenever I do readings, I always make sure to connect you to your guides, to connect you to your higher self, so that someday you don't need readings. You're independent, you're free. And that is what, at least for me, that's my intention when I do readings, because it's not about just reading, it's about connecting to higher dimensions, higher wisdom, and every single human being can do that, not just me. And I wish for you to connect as well, just like I do. Connect to your spirit guides. We have messenger of air. The second card that we have is the ace of water, which is the ace of cups. Very beautiful energy. I feel like there is a lot of love that wants to pour into you, that is pouring into you from the higher realms. I'm not sure if you feel it, but I feel it as a waterfall. And I feel like there is a lot of love, first and foremost, from the universe to you. I feel like maybe you feel unloved or unsupported, or you feel like you're alone in your pain. You feel like nobody's listening, nobody understands you. Again, understandable when you're going through things, and nobody listens. Nobody is bothering to connect with you. It can get lonely, I get it. But I see the universe flowing their cup of love into you. And they want to do that. Again, we have another water card, which is the 3 of water, which is the 3 of cups. Wow. Okay. We have temptation, which is a unique card in this deck. 3 of water. With the 3 of water, I feel like you are here to co-create something. I feel like you are not a follower, so you are a leader, and maybe you form a team of sorts, or you've got people that follow you. Maybe it's your younger siblings. Maybe it's like, it doesn't have to be in a professional sense where you're leading like in a corporate job and you've got like a team of people. It doesn't have to be like that, although it could be. But for some of you guys, I'm seeing that those who are not in leadership positions, like professionally, you are in a leadership position emotionally, or like you provide a lot of emotional support, but there is a leadership energy to you. It's just that it's different kind of leadership for each and every one of you that's watching this pile. For some of you, it's leadership more in like the professional physical realm. For some of you, it's leadership and mastery more over the emotional aspects or psychological aspects. People might come to you for advice. Your younger siblings might look up to you, and you are supposed to be like that. I feel like you're supposed to be a light in the world. That's one of your soul missions. Like, you came here to be a light. You did not come here to be snuffed out, which is why I feel like there was an initial message from your higher self that you should follow your own path, because I feel like as you follow your own path, you become an inspiration for other people. So I feel like you're not here to be normal. No offense to normal, but like, you're not here to be normal. You're something different. You're something unique. You're something like otherworldly, ethereal. And I feel like your path is also like that. So don't stray from your path. With the temptation, I feel like you might be tempted to listen to other people, listen to, you're offering them the grace of listening to their advice, but your higher self is saying you don't need to listen to advice from people that have not been where you want to be. Like, if you want to be a great singer, you can't take advice from people that are not singers. You have to go to someone who's a professional singer, because they are the ones who will teach you the most about good singing. You can't just go up to a random person and be like, oh, did you think my song was good? Did you like my voice? And I feel like that's great. You need to like take those opinions. Okay, cool. But your higher self is saying it's not the most important thing. Like, there are more important things, and that is not one of them. So you might be tempted. Watch it. Like, watch yourself. Don't be tempted by what these people say. Wow, such a beautiful card. Look at this. We have the King of Air. This is the King of Swords in this deck, and he's called the King of Air in this deck. For some reason, it's reminding me of the Game of Thrones, the ice, those icy people. I forgot. I don't know what they're called, but they're icy people, and they, like, whoever they kill, they turn into ice. Like, they turn into these ice zombies. That's what I'm seeing. That's what it's reminding me of. And I feel like these people don't have a good energy towards you, group number 1. I feel like their intention is to make you doubt yourself. It's not like, oh, let's invite group number 1 for a deeper introspection. No, it's not that. It's like, oh, we want to make group number 1 falter. We want to make group number 1 doubt herself, himself, themselves. I feel like for some of you, this is a very specific message. If you are a woman, if you are a beautiful woman, there are women around you, there are people around you that make you doubt your beauty, or that make you, like, they try to humble yourself. Like, they try to humble you. It's like, you should humble yourself. And I'm hearing the Liz reel that was going through the internet, like, humble myself for who? For you? You're no one. And I feel like you need to develop that sort of like attitude in yourself. Like, go watch Liz the Wizard. I'm forgetting the exact name of a channel, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, because she is, quite famous on YouTube. She's got a great channel and videos. So yeah, like, you need to be in that energy. You need to be like, how she is like a go-getter. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Like, have the clarity and the power to make a decision that, yes, this is what I want. Like, let's say you don't want to be a lawyer, let's say you don't want to be a doctor, and your parents are pressuring you to be that. Your higher self is saying you're not here to be a lawyer or a doctor. Your soul is not here for that. If you do not wish for that, your soul is not here for that. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to, like, challenge the status quo. Don't be like, if you've got a whole family of doctors and then you are expected to do the same, you don't need to. Okay, that's what your higher self is saying. You don't need to. You don't need to be who your parents are. You don't need to be who your ancestral lineage is. You don't need to live up to their expectations. Okay, and I say this with the utmost respect to your lineage, to your family, but you're not here to be a carbon copy of the previous generation. Okay, you're here to, again, carve your own path. Be yourself. That's what you're here for. That's one of your soul missions, is living as yourself. So have that clarity. Okay, we've got Star, but it came out reversed. Wow, this is such a beautiful card. Look at that. And the final card that you have is the Three of Fire. Okay, so very strong messages from your guides. Okay, the star came out reversed. The star signifies hope and rejuvenation, renewal. It's Aquarius energy. I feel like you don't feel very hopeful right now in life, because you feel like, oh, life is just happening to you, and you know, you don't know where you're going, or you don't know what you want. And your higher self is encouraging to ask your own soul. It's like, what do you want? And if you don't know what you want, try to understand what you don't want. So let's say, like, going by the previous example, your parents are forcing you to be engineer or lawyer or whatever, doctor, and you don't want to be that. So let's get clear on that. Like, write it down. I do not wish to be a lawyer. I do not wish to be an engineer. You know, so you know, like, what you don't wish to be, and then you can use that to understand what you do want to be. You know, so let's say that, oh, I do not wish to be in a judicial system space. I do not wish to be in a medical field. You know, I do not wish to be in engineering field. I wish to be in a creative field, or I wish to be in the cooking field. You know, it could be anything. So it's like, start getting clear on what you don't want, what you don't desire, what you don't wish for yourself, and then you can get clear on what you do want. And this is how the hope will come back into your life. So the star was reversed, it will turn upside down and again go straight. And with the Three of Fire, I feel like the final message for you guys, I'm seeing is that you, as soon as you do this process of prioritizing yourself, I feel like there are many paths that will open up for you. I'm literally seeing several timelines of different possibilities and different potentials. And it's like your higher self is like, what will group number one choose? You know, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. So like, your higher self is showing me like, you've got endless possibilities in front of you. Like, and again, you see this person on a boat, they're walking alone, they're going alone, they're flying in the air alone. So I feel like you are here, and it can be lonely, but again, you are such a unique soul. You're not here, you're not a follower, you're a leader in your own right. So I feel like, don't be afraid to follow your own path. That is something that you came here to do. That is something that your soul came here to do. And be your own king, be your own queen. You don't need to take as much advice from people as you think, group number one. And a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities will open up. You think that, you know, you're limiting your possibilities by removing people, or by isolating yourself, or by being alone, by focusing on yourself, by choosing your own self. But in actuality, what I'm being shown is that in the spiritual realm, it's opening up a lot of possibilities. And that's how a lot of possibilities and miracles will open up to you in the physical realm as well. Because again, everything is energy. So first the shifts occur in the energetic field before they occur in the physical dimension. So that's what your higher self is saying. I just heard that's what your soul is saying. So maybe some of the messages are from your own soul, from your own higher self. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. This was it for group number one. If you wish to book a reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on my email address, which is in the description. And thank you so much for spending time with me, for listening to this reading, and giving me the honor to read for you. I thank you, your spirit guides, and all of the wonderful and lovely cards that helped me channel for my divine group number one. Keep shining, keep following yourself only. That's what you're here for. And hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose sulfur, then this is going to be your reading. Right off the bat, I'm feeling for you, pile 2, you could be Leo placements, but you do not have to be. I feel like a lot of you don't have Leo placements, but you do give off an energy and aura of a Leo sun. You could have been drawn to pile number 1, but you don't have to be. If you were, there could be some messages for you. But yeah, let's tap into group number 2, spirit guides, please. Group number 2's higher self. The first message I'm hearing is that you're meant to shine. You're meant to shine in your beauty, in your handsomeness, in your abundance. There is an energy of you dimming yourself, making yourself small, making yourself fit to the people around you, and you're not here to do that. If they are uncomfortable with who you are, group number 2, it's not because you're too much, it's because they are too less. So it's not on you, it's on them. I feel like you've got a certain energy, certain divine energy in your soul. Now, everyone is energy, everyone has energy, but with you, I feel like there is a stronger frequency to your energy. Like you're here to do something important. You're on earth to make a difference in some way. And I feel like everyone who's watching this pile is doing it differently, but they are going to be eventually doing it or are already on the path of doing it. Let's get your tarot cards and see what your cards have to say. Group number 2's higher self, please. Group number 2's higher self. Okay. Wow. Oh my god, I can't make this up. We've got the King of Fire. Who is the King of Wands? He's the King of Wands, and you see how the heart is alight over here. With the King of Wands, I feel like your higher self is asking you to step more into that Leo-like energy. Now, I don't know if you have Leo placements. You could, or maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. Whoever you are. Have you seen Leos? They are unapologetic about themselves. They have no shame. They are like, yes, I love attention. Yes, I love myself, you know? And I feel like that's the kind of energy you need to embody in the second phase. I just heard second phase for some of you guys, but in this next phase of life, I feel like you need to embody the King of Wands energy. He's someone who knows himself, who knows what he wants, who has a lot of passion, a lot of drive. He's confident. He's got a lot of fire. Fire is the element, that's why he's called the King of Fire. And that makes sense with this yellow crystal coming out, because the first thing I thought was like gold, and gold is often associated with Leo. Silver is often associated with the moon. And I feel like with the gold coming out, not the gold coming out, but me thinking that it was gold, 333 as I say that, I just felt like, oh, am I projecting? And it wasn't a projection. It's you. I feel like you have a gold energy, group number 2. Like, you know how the gold is like one of the rarest metals, along with platinum and some other metals, but yeah, the gold is also used to make jewelry and all that. And I feel like your energy comes off that way. You are golden, group number 2, golden. And your higher self wants to say, you better not forget that you are a star. A star. You're here to bring hope. I feel like your energy brings hope, or you're here to bring renewal. You're here. Now, this card had come out reverse in group number 1, but for you, it's coming out upright. And what that is telling me is that you already are on the path of being a star for other people, but I feel like on one level, you have always been a star. So you could literally be a star seed. But even if you're not, it doesn't matter, because your soul has a very strong solar energy, a very strong star energy. Like it's not going to dim. And it was there, you know, before you were born, before you were, like when you were in the womb, it was there. You've always carried the star energy within your soul. And I'm also seeing a navigation thing. I'm seeing a compass where, you know, the compasses point north, they tell you direction. And I feel like you are the star of your own life, which was a similar message in group number 1 as well. But your higher self is saying that you are here to navigate life on your own, based on your own internal compass. Like, you're not here to listen to other people, because again, gold does not need approval. You know, you don't need approval. You don't need the validation from other people. You are here as yourself. You are the star. You don't need to follow somebody else's light, because you are the light. You follow your own light. You follow your own path. That's what you're here for. That's what your higher self is saying. The next card we have is patience, but in reversed. Okay. Your higher self could literally be asking you to be patient. But there is some other message with this card. What is it? I feel like you're waiting for something to happen. And your higher self is saying that it will happen when you least expect it. It will happen when you don't see it coming. Whether you're manifesting a soulmate, abundance, home, security, safety, whatever it is, it's going to happen when you least expect it. So just, it's like let your attachment to the outcome go and start enjoying your life. Start enjoying the process, because right now you might not have abundance. Just giving an example, doesn't have to be the case, but let's say you're manifesting abundance and right now you don't have that much abundance. It's like enjoy not having abundance, which is not a good thing to say, I realize, but we are here to experience human life first and foremost, and some experiences might be painful. They might not be great or feel great, but when you open your soul up to an experience that might be painful or that might not feel good, it also opens up your energy to the opposite of that, and you start receiving that. It's like the universe is like, okay, group number 2 does not have a resistance to not being abundant right now, so they are a match to more abundance, because they are not attaching their own worth to the outcome. They are not attaching themselves to something external. They are very okay, they are very centered in themselves, so they will get what they want, and it's not even that the universe is bringing you something. No, your energy pulls it to you. So it's almost like you need to step into this stillness energy. I'm hearing I'm being taken to Liz Wizard, the Liz. She also came out in pile number 1, but there is a very specific video that she made on her channel, Wanting Nothing Gives You Everything, and you might want to watch that. Like, there is a bunch of videos around wanting nothing gives you everything, and then there's a video about attachment as well, I think. So yeah, that's the specific videos I'm getting. So yeah, maybe there's a message for you in those videos and you need to watch it. We have the 6 of Fire reversed, which is the 6 of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like there is a victory, some sort of you don't feel victorious in life, or you don't feel like you're where you're meant to be. There's a level of discontent. There's this feeling of like, am I doing the most? Like, am I living my best life? Like, I feel like you're questioning yourself a lot, which is great. Your higher self is, loving that. But also, like, don't forget you are the star. You don't need to doubt yourself so much. So I don't want to say there needs to be a balance, but you are the one who needs to be aware of the fact that you are the dictator of your life. You are the one who has the ability and the power to make choices in your life. We have the Magician reversed. I feel like you maybe don't feel at the moment, like your physical self, you watching this reading does not feel that you have the power to make choices, to change your life around. You, like, there is a certain level of powerlessness maybe with the Patience here, with the 6 of Fire here, and it's like no one's coming. Group number 2, no one's coming. You are gold. You are here to shine. You are here to forge your own path. You're not supposed to wait for someone, You're not supposed to be passive in life, because your soul shines so much. And right now it might feel like a lot of pressure, to say that, oh, you're supposed to follow your own path, because it is lonely. But then after you do it, it's going to feel so good, because no one else will be taking credit for your success. No, you don't have to thank anyone except yourself. Like, you're the one who did that. And there's a very strong energy of individuality and ego coming through. People think that ego is bad, but I don't think ego is bad. Ego is just, I see the human ego as the self, and I feel like you're here to have a strong sense of self. You are the magician, okay? But I feel like you don't know that about yourself. Like, you're not tapping into that aspect of yourself. Like, you don't need to wait for God. You don't need to wait for other people to give you what you want. there's something, it's like go out and get it. Your higher self is like, go out and get it. Go out and create it. Oh, the opportunity was not given to you? Go out and create it. You know, like that's what I'm feeling. It's like, you know what example I'm being shown? I'm being shown an example where a person has a huge talent and they want to work in fashion, and they are like taking their sketches, and this person is taking their sketches to big like brands and designer houses, right? Like the Chanel and Dior and Givenchy, and like they reject this person. They're like, no, we don't like you, you know, because they don't have a name, you know, they're not a big name, so they're like, no, we don't want you, you know, and they reject. And this person gets rejected from everywhere, and then this person is like, oh my gosh, like why is the door not opening, like why is nothing working out in my life? And then they're like, you know what, I'm just going to open my own fashion house, like I'm just going to open my own brand, I'm going to start my own business, I'm going to start my own brand and start selling. And then like they make crazy amount of money, they have a brand in their own name, they have a company in their own name, the business is in their own name, and people start getting to know this person as themselves as. And they realize after doing that is that if they had gone to these houses and they had accepted this person never would have known what it's like to like be the head of the house, you know what I mean, like to be the CEO, so to speak. Like, and it's difficult, of course, it's not easy, but it's also very rewarding. It's immensely rewarding, you know. And this person is so happy that they took that rejection as a divine, what's it called, I'm forgetting, like rejection is divine intervention, something like that. Like they didn't take the rejection and then sit with that and be like, oh my gosh, and get upset about it. They were just like, okay, you know, let me find another solution. Like I want to do fashion, I'm going to do it. Like I want to create clothes, I'm going to do it. Either way, like either I get a job or I do it myself, but I'm going to do it. And then this person, you know, outsmarts like Chanel, outsells Chanel and makes more money. Like that's the example that I'm being shown. That was a very specific example. I don't know if some of you guys are in fashion or what, but that was a very specific example. So apply it to yourself as you see fit. It doesn't have to be fashion, it could be art, it could be whatever field you're into. And if you feel like, oh my gosh, nothing is working out, you know, where am I going, what is happening, your higher self is like, oh, you're getting rejected, you know, your life feels like it's stagnating because you're not supposed to be on that path, you know, you're supposed to be on another path. So think of it as like, okay, if this is not feeling good, then I'm not supposed to be on this path, I'm supposed to be on another path. And find and carve your own destiny. Carve your own destiny. We have the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. Both of them are reversed. So I feel like your soul has such a strong energy footprint that you're not, you know, no one is going to give you success. Like no one is handing you an award, no one is giving you a crown. I see you put a crown on yourself, you put a crown on your own head, you give yourself success that you deserve, you know. Like I see a very strong solar chakra energy. Solar chakra, is that even in solar plexus chakra? Yeah. So I see very strong solar plexus chakra. You might want to, your higher self is saying you might want to connect to your solar plexus chakra, and if you've got any blockages, heal those so that you can move on into the Magician upright energy, Six of Wands upright energy, Four of Wands upright energy. With the King of Wands, 100% you're meant to lead. But I feel like with the Magician reverse, your spread is ending with the Magician reverse, so you don't feel like you can. You can, group number 2. You most definitely can. That's what your higher self wanted to say. You're here to shine as a star. That's also a message that I'm getting. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be like literally a star, famous star. It could be. For some of you, that could be a life path potential. But for a lot of you, I know for a fact that you're shining. You're going to be shining. People are taking notice. People are like, oh my gosh, who's group number 2? You know, like I feel like you're elevating. Something about you is elevating. Your aura, your energy, the way you dress, the way you look, the way you walk. Your energy is elevating. And people will be noticing. But don't allow people's projections to dim your starlight. You're here, you're in the correct place. You are meant to be like this. Don't doubt yourself. That's what your higher self wants to say. And that's it for the reading. If you wish to book a reading with me, a personal reading, my email address is in the description. You can email me. And thank you so much for spending time today, for receiving this reading with love. And I am so happy that I had the honor to read for you. Thank you to all of the wonderful cards, and you, my divine and beautiful second pile, and your spirit guides and your higher self. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello, my loves. If you chose this beautiful crystal, this is the rainbow obsidian, then this is going to be your reading. I'll just hold this up in case you want to read it. I feel like for this group, you guys are going through an ego death. There is some sort of a darkness surrounding you, but this is not the darkness of the evil kind or the bad kind. I see that you're actively trying to transmute it. Maybe it's the darkness of your own soul. Maybe it's, I feel like you are taking it in a clear-headed, level-headed way. You're not sitting there and victimizing yourself, like asking questions like, why is this happening to me? What is going on? You're like, okay, what is my shadow? What am I doing to make this come into my life? I need to start healing. I need to start I need to start not being a match to this. So I feel like you're actively doing shadow work. You could be going through an ego death right now, or recently had gone through an ego death right now. But you know how they say law of attraction, like you attract what your frequency is. You attract who you are. But there's also this one thing that people don't know about law of attraction, is that this is not always true, in the sense that, let's say that you are, somebody's trying to sabotage you or do something bad to you, okay? Or let's say you fall down the stairs. You're like, oh my gosh, what did I do to fall down the stairs? I must be a match to like falling down the stairs. I must have done something. And it's like, it's very easy to slip into self-blame or an over accountability of yourself, and that is, and the thing that people don't know about this law of attraction is that, firstly, on earth we live in a contrast based reality, okay? So it's not like you can manifest and then you manifest to the point that you are not attracting negative experiences in your life. It doesn't happen. It goes against expansion, okay? You didn't come here for a smooth ride. You came here to grow. You came here to learn. Your soul came here to expand, to like want more, and negative experiences are a part of that, and your soul knows that. Your soul honors those negative experiences, honors the pain, the fear, and the negative emotions, even though it is uncomfortable for like the physical incarnated 3D self, right? So I'm being told the story where, in one of these like law of attraction groups, people, like the teacher was teaching law of attraction, and then you attract what you are or who you are, and then somebody was trying to walk up on the stage and they fall, and then nobody helps that person. Nobody helps that person get up, because everyone is like, oh, she attracted it, so nobody helps that person. And in extreme cases, I'm also being shown this other story where something happened to a woman and the woman fell, and then nobody helped that woman and she died because nobody would help her. She got sick and she asked for help, but nobody helped her and she died. And I don't like this, because we as human beings, we do come here to create reality, but we are also here for each other. It does not mean that you live in some sort of a narcissistic bubble that you keep, detached from other people, detached from reality. We are here to create reality by being in reality. So you're not away from it. And that woman should have been helped, but nobody helps her, because they are all like, oh, you create your own reality. So why I shared this story with you is that your higher self is telling me to inform you that don't overly blame yourself for other people's actions. So if somebody, let's say somebody is abusive, somebody is toxic towards you, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I must have done something to make this person abusive. Like, what am I doing that is making this person abusive? You're not doing anything, group number 3. Okay, let this person go. It's their soul lesson to learn. Do not take on that karmic energy within yourself. You don't need to. Don't try to transmute other people's shadows. Okay, you're going to kill yourself if you do that. Don't do it. It's not your job. If their soul wants to expand, if they want to make a decision to treat you well, that's on them. Leave it to them. If they don't, leave, if possible. Like, keep some space, keep some emotional distance. This law of attraction thing is not always, that is why, like, I feel like people don't know everything about the law of, like, all of the other nuances and the complications. It's not like, oh, you manifest your reality and everything bad that happens to you is your fault. Like, that's not how it works. Okay, like, sometimes you came here to experience certain negative experiences as well. Your soul did choose those lessons, your soul did choose those experiences, and it's not right to just sit there and be like, oh, well, it must be my fault that this person is abusing. No, you're supposed to learn and leave that situation behind. Like, with this ego death, I feel like if you're going through an ego death and you're like blaming yourself, like, what is going on, don't blame yourself. That's a clear message from your higher self. Stop blaming yourself. It's not you, group number 3. It's not you. Okay, and I know, like, I feel like empaths take on like over responsibility, hyper responsibility, and they're like, oh my gosh, I must be doing something. Did I say something wrong? Like, what did I do? Like, there's this hyper fixation coming through, which I understand as well, because I've been in that space. But your higher self is saying you don't need to take accountability for other people's actions. Okay, if they are abusive, if they are toxic, if they are disrespecting you, if they're not, that's on them. That's not on you. There's nothing you can do to make them respect you, because at the end of the day, we live in a co-creating reality. Okay, that's the second layer to the law of attraction. Yes, you create your own reality, but so do other people in your house, other people in the world. They are also creating their own reality, right? And they can decide not to respect you. They can decide to be mean to you. They can decide to make you feel ugly, right? That is a decision that a lot of humans make, and you don't need to take that on. Okay, your soul didn't come here to take on the burden of those people. So that's a very strong message from your higher self that's coming through. You did not come here to be a dustbin of their unprocessed wounds and shadows. Like, give it back to them. Give it back to them. That's what your higher self is saying. You don't need to take that on. It's not your job, group number 3. It's not your job. Okay, so if you are wondering, like, I am in a bad situation, I'm going through this ego death, this is what is happening, like, what am I doing? Like, start scanning your environment. Okay, look at the people that are genuinely kind to you, genuinely nice to you, respect you, love you. Keep those people. But the people that feel off, people that are abusive, it could be your parents, even in some of your cases, and you're like, oh my gosh, I must be doing something. No, it's not you. It's not your fault. If you have told your parent you would like to be spoken to with respect and they don't, that's on them, not you. So don't sit there and be like, oh, I must have manifested this, like law of attraction, I must have done this to myself. No, you did not. You didn't do anything to yourself. Okay, let's see. We have moon. Listen to your intuition and listen to your emotions. I feel like at this time, navigating this ego death, your higher self is saying it's important that you listen to your emotions. Why? If something feels off, if something feels not right, it's probably not right. Your higher self is saying strongly, trust your intuition, trust your emotions. If something, like, if you've got a gut feeling, this person is not right, this person is toxic, and you have this very strong feeling to go before they've done anything toxic, okay? You don't have a reason to, like, doubt this person. But if your emotions are telling you something's not right, trust it. Trust it, okay? Then we have the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups. We have the Empress reversed. Look at the beautiful Empress. The Empress comes off so grounded and so like someone who just knows herself. She's not seeking anything. She doesn't want, need, yield. She doesn't beg, expect, demand, nothing. She's just like so present within herself, so complete, so whole. And I feel like you might be stepping into this sort of energy. Like the ego death is happening for you to step into this sort of energy. Yep, world. Some sort of karmic cycle is ending. Something is ending in your life, group number 3. And it could be painful. It could be that you are leaving somebody behind, or you've chosen to be like, okay, I don't want to live with you, parents. Bye, parents. You know, like you've made a strong decision. 10 of Wands, 10 of Water. Okay, this is coming out reverse. I saw it at 10 of Wands first. And I feel like there's some sort of like a responsibility that you're not taking on to yourself anymore. And your higher self is saying that's the right decision. That's the right decision, group number 3. Because if you can't handle it, if it's too much for you, there's no reason to force yourself. Okay? You're not here to transmute other people's shadows, only your own. 5 of Cups. We have Messenger of Air, which is Page of Swords, and then finally we have Justice reversed. Yeah, you could have gone through some sort of an injustice in your life. You could have gone through an injustice in your life. You could have... I feel like a lot of you went through an injustice. You could have Chiron in Libra, or some placements in Libra, like Saturn in Libra. You went through something horrific and something that you didn't deserve, that wasn't justified. For some of you, I'm seeing that you saw how unjust the judicial system is, like the system that is supposed to be about justice. You saw how unjust it is. So it was a karmic cycle, and you were supposed to see... You were meant to... The reason why you went through that, your soul chose that. The reason why your soul chose that is because you were meant to see how the systems in the world operate, like how they're not flawless. You know, you can't count on them. They are not fair. Okay? And you would expect the legal system to be fair, right? And that would be fair of you. But it's not. And I feel like some of you guys have had a first-hand experience. You guys have had a first-hand experience seeing this. But I feel like you've come out more whole. You didn't come out broken. I feel like you could have cried for some time. You could have been depressed. But then you were like, okay, I see that I cannot count on legal systems. I cannot count on like medical systems. I see that the systems of the world are oppressive, whether it's the education system, you know, the financial system. I see that they are oppressive. I am going to carve out my own power based on my own soul print. I'm going to... I feel like you're not fighting the system, but again, that is not the solution, right? And I feel like you're not fighting, but you are also not bending. You know, like you're like, okay, I see that I cannot depend on systems of the world. Okay, cool. So how do I get more power? How do I have my own power in my own hands? And it's not about having money. It's not about having the shiniest car. You know, power is something that is within your soul. And I feel like right now you are harnessing that power within your soul. Like that's what you're doing. I feel like you are getting in touch with the power within your soul is what I'm seeing for you, group number 3. You again stepping into an Empress upright energy. That's what I'm sensing. Either you've stepped into it or you're going to be stepping into it. World and Empress coming out. Justice. And this Justice card will have to go upright for you, because when you become so powerful within yourself, when you know your own power, okay, nobody's making you powerful. It's not about becoming powerful. It's like you realize that you're powerful, you know, because everyone has power within themselves. The only thing the world can do is to convince you that you don't have it. And if they convince you, then you're going to start believing that you don't. And again, that will be a manifested reality. So you're going to manifest scenarios where you are powerless, because that's what you believe, right? That's what the world made you believe. But I feel like you are healing those patterns of powerlessness, of being victimized, and you're like, I refuse to be a victim. I refuse to be powerless. My soul did not come here to suffer, and I'm going to find a way to live my best life. Like, I don't know if I can fight the systems of the world. Maybe you're deciding not to, and that is a great choice, by the way. That's what your higher self is saying. Because it would be no use. Like, if you resist a system, it's no good. You have to access your own personal power within yourself. And again, the way I define power is not power over other people, but power is simply the ability to create the reality that you want, to create the life that you want, to bring about something that you desire, you know. So if somebody's trying to harm you, again, your desire would be to not be harmed, right? And if you find a way to do that, then that's taking your power back. It's like, oh, I see that you're trying to harm me, I'm not going to allow it. That's power. You put power back in your hands, you know. Oh, I see you're trying to victimize me, I see you're trying to bully me, I'm not going to get bullied by you, you know. It's like you're refusing, you're choosing to say no to whatever it is that people are throwing on you, and you're like, no, I don't consent, no, I don't want this. And I feel like you're saying that so strongly that your soul is just like, your soul is rising in frequency. Your soul is just like falling in alignment with your path, falling in alignment with who you're meant to be. Or I should say, you are falling in alignment with your path. And I feel like you will end this cycle. And right now, maybe you're not happy fully, emotionally, but you will be stepping into being emotionally fulfilled. You are definitely walking away from something. You are walking away from something that doesn't serve you, and your higher self is encouraging that. Your higher self seems to be encouraging. Your higher self is like, you are blurring the lines between you and your higher self. Like, you're falling in alignment with your higher self. Soon you might not even need tarot readings, because you will be so intuitive yourself. Like, you'll be so in touch with your own self that you won't need any external thing anymore. That's what I'm feeling. And I feel like there will be some justice for you. If you went through a lot of injustice, there's going to be justice for you. Now, I think this means different for each and every single one who's watching this reading, but your higher selves are coming through to say that there will be justice done by you. So that is the final message for you from your higher self. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on my email address in the description. I thank you so much for watching this reading and sharing your energy with me and allowing me the honor to read for you, Divine Souls of group number 3. And thank you so much to your guides, your higher self, and to all of the wonderful and lovely cards that helped me channel for group number 3. Hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye.